Hi sir, this is MD Jahidul Islam and my student ID is 20073187. Today I'm gonna talk about my topic which I have worked in last 3 to 4 months. Let's begin with the title: An investigation on core drivers of RFID technology applying in distribution networks and its cause on companies' competitive advantage in UK's retail industries. Here you can see that my table of contents I have designed following with first one is the introduction, and then research strategy, and then methodology, then research findings and analysis, then conclusion, and finally reflection. Here let's begin with the introductions. According to Abugaba, Najimuddin and other, since supply chains competing in today's competitive world, companies also assess the significance of taking a strong and dependable distribution networks as a way of continuing a competitive advantages. Additionally, according to Fan et al., at each point of the supply chain with respect to the goods, it has been used in a wide range of industries and sectors, and similarly, RFID technology is significantly adopted by the food sector. However, they are dispersed and distributed throughout the literature. It is unclear which of those method drivers are serving as the primary driving factors in applying RFID technology. That's also known as a core drivers. Now you can see my aim. My aim was to look at the main motivation for the use of RFID technology in distribution net companies and how that may affect a company's comparative or competitive edge in the UK. After my aim, I thought what would be my question. Then, after reviewing some research paper, I built up my question like what are the main motivation for using RFID technology in a company's distribution network, as well as the place where it might be hard or beneficial. Next, I have designed my objectives based on my aim. These are: identify the main motivations for using RFID technology system in the supply chain, then determine how RFID technology affects the distribution network procedures of an organization. Last but not the least, define the connection between the fundamental drivers and the UK industry's relative competitiveness advantages. Here you can see that on my research design and methodology, I have conducted philosophy. It was positivism because it's refer the issue is analyzed in the context of the industrial base and it's compared to other current difficulties on a worldwide scale. Then my approach was deduction, which referred to the process of progressing from assumption to inference using logic principles and the correctness of the assumption. Then my objectives, as I clearly mentioned, and descriptive research, and finally my inquiry mode being used mixed method, qualitative and quantitative. Here I have sorted out like basic what I have done in my research paper. First one, I actually gone through the some of articles or some of research papers which are called secondary research. Then I have found some core drivers where my research philosophy I have set it up, and then I try to explore my research. and finding those code drivers, I analyzed based on qualitative and quantitative way, and then I analyze and find some results, or you can say the discussion parts, what I have mentioned, and then conclusion and recommendation try to provide it, and finally my reflection will be there. From that part, my research analysis and findings will be started. You can see my research analysis, what I have done in my research papers, and my first objectives, which was identify the core drivers for being applying the RFID technology systems on supply chains. Then here are the 5 core drivers to be applying the RFID technology in the retail industries. These are the cost cutting, then improving product integrity and protection, then building distributed general visibility, then improving tracking data and connectivity, and the last one is the collecting lots of data for analysis at the top priority. Those are the code drivers I found while I reading the research papers, and maximum of they said something about those of 5 things which was being discussed. The first one is the cost cutting. I found that several writers are discussed about it, and they have mentioned this is the main factors to be applying the RFID technology, and the second one is the improving product integrity and protection. I have also found several writers are discussed about it. Then building distributed general visibility, I also found most of the writers discussed about it, and then most important, improving tracking data and connectivity, which actually refer by other articles, and last one is the collecting lots of data for analysis at the top priority. 1 or 2 writers discussed about it. Now you can see that I have found my second objectives, where I intended to find how applying RFID technology on distribution network impacts individuals, organizations, and markets. And that's like I have 2 sort of wings. First one is customer oriented, and second one is the corporate oriented. First one, I have seen that the customer oriented, based on the, you can see that like 3 sort of wings. First one is building distribution network visibility. Second one is increasing the product quality and production, and last one is, third one is the enhancing tracking information and integration. On the other hand, I have seen corporate oriented, based on 2 sort of wings. First one is the reducing cost, and last one is gathering large amount of data for analytics. Last but not the least, my third objectives, which was identify the relationship between the core drivers and its comparative or competitive advantages in the UK industries, where I found the tracking tool. It's obviously RFID technology, and that's my core drivers, where it does relation with other things that I have found is increasing the product quality and protection. It has direct connected service quality and efficiency, and distribution and networks sustainability, but it doesn't have any connection with building relations and trust among distribution networks numbers. Then reducing cost, it also same has connected the service quality and efficiency, distribution network, and sustainability. Then building distribution network visibility, like same, it has a connected service quality and efficiency, and distribution network sustainability. On the other hand, enhancing tracking information and integration, it has a direct relation with building relation and trust among distribution network numbers, and also gathering large amount of data for analytics. Same. Here you can see my discussion where I have included what I found after doing this research. Those are first one is a customer and organizational drivers were divided into two categories by the five main core factors of RFID technology applied in distribution networks. Then the use of RFID technology in distributing channels will provide businesses a competitive edge. Then it has been concentrated on those specific drivers because there aren't many core drivers. Consequently, diverse publications are required. I saw that due to the small number of publications that have been made on those five primary factors, further research is required to understand why businesses desire to employ RFID systems to generate enormous amount of data for analysis. And more books might be helpful to acquire in-depth insights. Actually, we have been studying 3 to 4 months to be analyzing this data. That's one of my limitation because it's a very short time to be conducting this sort of research papers. Afterwards, I would like to conclude by saying that this research was accomplished by analyzing some leading distribution or supply chain and technology journals. The aim was to comprehend the main core drivers and how they contribute to comparative advantage. The study created a foundation to explain how core drivers correlated with RFID technology applying would contributed to various comparative advantages. Then here is my recommendation which I have done by myself. Those are, first one is need to consider the advantage of RFID in terms of businesses operations and supply chain operations. Then the majority of early users are simply concerned with the automated impact of RFID equipment, which only simplifies root processes. Therefore, further study needed for this. Then firms must consider the indirect benefit of RFID along with the more tangible direct benefits. And then finally, while applying RFID technology, it's eagerly needed to think environmental issue along with the distribution network activities. Here, that's actually reflection what I have learned and how I have done it. Basically, technology is being evolving and RFID technology editing huge contribution into retail industries. That's what motivated me to choosing that topic. In this study, I found an excellent starting point for future research into the distribution network prospects presented using RFID technology in this study of this paper and its surrounding. One example I would like to share that all code variables should be analyzed collectively to determine their worth. It is crucial to consider the primary motivation behind businesses' adoption of RFID technology, which is to generate a significant amount of data suitable for analysis. I can say that this work will help researchers better access the efforts of various obstacles such as ignorance and misperception as well as the initial cost of implementation. That's my references I also given there. That's all from my side. Thank you very much.